All right. Hey, welcome back. This is podcast number 8, I believe, if we are counting correctly. Uh, I
Off to
am.
a good start.
Yes. I am. What the fuck did I name my character? I don't remember. I'm the one whose phone that I was using
Oh
as
yeah,
the.
Black Queef on face. That's what it was. Black Queef on
Fuck.
face.
Audio levels a little too high. Okay. Yes, I'm.
All right, let me turn that down a little bit then.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can. Yes, I'm. Can't have a walking camcorder because everything in life sucks. Um, and this is Death My Man.
Mm. Who does have a webcam, but life still sucks immensely,
Okay, well,
especially
I'm
now.
gonna let you take it from here because I'm getting a phone call for some goddamn reason.
Are you
Yes.
okay? So I guess I will just head right off the bat with some news, and we'll skip the introductions of what I've been doing. So, um, last week we talked about Figure Three's ingenious idea to evolve our character creation. That was totally necessary and called for.
What we talking about?
Oh,
Evolving
the
character
new
creation.
yeah, the evolving of our character creation tool for Halo in
Oh,
Halo Infinite,
yes.
right?
That. Yes.
Now, if you're in need of what could either be considered foreboding or gleeful news, depending on how you determine it, we have confirmation that Chris Lee, the creative director for Halo Infinite, has left the company, making him the second lead to quit the company during what has been confirmed by sources relating to Jason Schreier, a reporter at The Verge. Um, a very troubled development for Halo Infinite. Now, of course, this isn't the all the news I have, as of course that was from last week.
Yes.
This information has been known for a little while now, but Joseph Staten has joined the team at 343 Industries to help realign, if you will, the production of Halo Infinite. Now, I'm assuming that you personally don't know who Joseph Staten is,
Nope.
as well as probably everyone here watching this, but he's one of the OG Bungie devs, one of the higher ups who has worked on Halo since its inception. And he hasn't been at Bungie or 343 for over like a decade. And he's been working with Microsoft on like other titles, but he's back working on Halo now. He's like, do you know Marty O'Donnell? He's the guy who made the soundtrack for Halo since Halo 1.
No. I don't know
Well,
names.
him and Marty O'Donnell basically like they worked together very frequently. They were a very tight knit like duo group that worked on like trying to make sure that the music with the game very well coordinated what they wanted you to experience like going into a mission, whatever. You know, that's another thing that's like great about Halo is like its music really does fit like how you are trying to like do a mission, whatever. You know, it fits the mood correctly. Well, either way, Joseph Staten is back working on the game, and we've known that for a while, like a few months now. But what is new with that information is that we've learned that he is now the new lead for the game. See, before we were under the assumption that he was just helping with the game, kind of like how Reggie, I think his name is, the guy who used to be the president of Nintendo,
Yeah.
how he's kind of
His body is ready.
yeah, his body's ready. He's working with GameStop. He's not like he doesn't work for GameStop, but he's a partner working with GameStop, trying to get them back on their feet for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Um, we thought that Joseph Staten was in a similar position to that, but no, he's actually the new lead for the game, which we found out that happened right after, like maybe a week after the Halo Infinite reveal, where in that time, Chris Lee, who was the director for the game, was demoted. Had this guy who wasn't even in the company come take his position, and then he left the company.
Jesus.
So, if we find out in a few months from now that Joseph Staten has left the company, uh, then we can safely assume that Halo Infinite is dead in the water. making that the third creative lead to leave the project. Now, you may or may not know because you probably don't pay attention to the kind of stuff that I do, but from what we've talked about with Halo Infinite and its trouble development, and creative directors leaving, longtime veterans of the company, what game in recent history does that remind you of?
What?
Go ahead, take a guess.
No, I honestly haven't been paying enough attention to what we're talking about.
Anthem.
Oh yeah, that was a game, wasn't it?
That was it was something. So BioWare, multiple of their longtime devs who have been there since the inception of the company, not even the game, have left the company before the game even released. And so from what we're getting from how that game panned out with its trouble development and longtime vets leaving to its actual release, the absolute dumpster fire that it was, we can probably assume that if history repeats itself, Halo Infinite is going to be in a similar situation, unless if Joseph Staten can take what has been a absolute mess of a development and try to again realign the process, just unfuckulate it is a is a drill sergeant way of saying it. So we'll see what happens.
Got something stuck in your
Also-
nose though?
Huh?
You have something stuck in your nose?
Yes,
Okay.
actually.
So
So
Cyberpunk 2077 got delayed again till December. Again.
that it did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And considering that we got confirmation that Watch Dogs Legion is going to be running at 4K 30 FPS on the Xbox Series X, I don't know how impressive, because they're trying to ramp it up to sound like it's going to be really impressive. I don't really know how impressive the game is going to be on these current, well, next gen, but also current gen in like less than 2 weeks consoles.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. In 9 days. 9 days as of this live stream,
Jesus
we will have
fuck.
next gen upon us. So
So actually, episode 10, we will be at next gen.
yes,
Jesus Christ.
totally intentional, by the way.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, we planned this.
On the 10th, we
Well,
will have our 10th,
No, well, that would be a Thursday.
9th.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. On the 12th would be our 10th.
I'm just gonna. So,
That's-
yeah. Watch Dogs Legion at 4K 30. Now, I can only imagine if the console, the superior console of the two, hardware wise, is struggling to run it at 4K 60, how bad is Cyberpunk 2077 going to run on these next gen consoles?
assuming it runs on the next gen consoles and not, PS6 and Xbox, whatever the fuck they
Well,
decide to name.
They're actually coming out on current as of now gen too.
Yeah, you say that until it gets delayed for like the 100th
That's
time.
why it was delayed this time and the last time, is because they're trying to get it running. But even if they don't, they are definitely coming out on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, because they confirmed that they are getting those next gen updates for free. But I mean, I don't know how they're going to get it to run. I mean, unless they make some serious compromises to the game to get it to run on both consoles. I think I'm not picking favorites in this case. They're both going to struggle to run the game. At least I would have to imagine they will. I don't know how the fuck they're going to. I don't know how they're going to do it.
So I don't know if you remember this name or not, but if I said Elden Ring, would that mean anything to you?
I've never heard of a game from Software that will never come out.
Okay, well, apparently on the 30th of October, 2 days ago, they actually finally gave an update saying, acknowledging, yes, it still exists.
Mm.
So, and also what I'm just now finding out, which makes sense because as I was streaming Sekiro last night or this morning, I noticed a lot of differences that were not there when I played it. Uh, when I did, but apparently they released an update for it, which added new content, but I don't know what it is, and I'm trying to figure out what it
I
is.
hear it's boss battles.
I'm alright with that.
I don't know what else, but I hear it's boss battles.
So, while I look this up, how was your week? What happened? What's
Pretty
new in your week?
uneventful, except for the fact that I got to move a lot of shit and do work for other people
Mm-hmm.
without getting paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
And now my body is in ruin, much like that of a
Ooh.
hmm?
No, keep going. You could.
much like that of a prostitute in the Witcher series. No one knows what I'm talking about there. It's okay. Um, yeah, so not a great time. And I got work bright early in the morning tomorrow. And my body is still recovering because for 2.5 days, not quite three, but 2.5 days of just moving shit, heavy shit, I'm beat.
Oh, I believe it.
How about you?
Oh, I've had a fun week. Before I get into that, so the new features on the update for Sekiro, something called Reflection of Strength slash Gauntlet of Strength. I don't know if that's two separate things or not because it only has one description under both of them. Um, and this is pretty cool. This feature will allow players to rematch previously defeated bosses in single and consecutive battles. Uh, which it's always great when you don't have to go into New Game Plus in order to, refight bosses. That's amazing. It seems that there's also, 3 new outfits to customize the wolf's appearance. Um, they also add the remnants, which is basically like the soap signs in Dark Souls, like when people say like amazing chest
Yeah.
ahead or something like basically those. They've added those. I noticed those when I was playing.
Specifically when they were in Analondo before they get rid of the Mirage,
Yes,
they say amazing just ahead.
yes, great chest.
Mhm. And it
Once you
was
once you
and it
open that
was
chest, once you open that chest and get what's inside of it, you understand. It's an amazing chest.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. New updates to Sekiro. But yeah, my week. Uh, I had a rough week.
Mm.
Um, cause so Halloween alone is one of the busiest days for Domino's, just to begin with. But I don't know if you've been aware of been going on down here. Actually, you should have been because I literally told you what happened. Um, it's the end of hurricane season,
Mm.
and the last hurricane that just hit us really fucking hard. Hurricane Zeta. Um,
Oh, that makes perfect sense. Not to interrupt you, that makes perfect sense. Why it was so bad? Do you know why?
what?
Halo Infinite takes place on Zeta Halo.
Oh my god! It all
The
comes full
stars,
circle.
the stars have fucking aligned.
Jesus. But yeah,
You are screwed.
it destroyed a bunch of fucking buildings. Like my apartment complex, the roof shingles are fucking still over on the road, just
Wow.
everywhere. And this thing hit on Wednesday night throughout Thursday morning. Um, it took out power in basically the entire coast, Gulf Coast. Um, I had to spend probably close to 24 hours. It was probably more like 12 actually. Without power. My girlfriend, where she's living, still is without power, And according to a lineman that's working on trying to fix it, it could take up to 12 to 14 days before they get power again.
That's really like I have to interject here. That is really so telling of how like I don't want to say stupid, but how incapable the South seems to be on preparing for this. If you know that you live in an area where this kind of shit happens, why do you not have better infrastructure for it? If not to prevent it from happening, but at least to get it yourself back up and running as fast as possible. It baffles me. Baffles me that you would even take 24 hours to get your power back on, let alone 2 fucking weeks. If I'm hearing you right?
Yeah, well,
What the fuck?
apparently an entire substation blew. And like, my girlfriend said that she watched like the entire sky like turn purple, and she assumes that that was the moment when it blew, uh, which would make sense. But a lot of other like again, I have power now. A lot of other places have power, but like the grid that she happens to live on, because like there's neighborhoods to the left of her and to the right of her that have power, but she doesn't in the middle. So I don't know. I can't claim to know much about electricity and how it, you know.
How do magnets work?
Yes.
Do
So
you know that reference?
no, maybe.
Okay. You probably don't. You probably don't want to.
Okay. But yeah, it's bad. It's been bad. But nonetheless, as you can imagine, people losing electricity. Okay, so they know there's a hurricane coming, so they invade Walmart and all the other places, including Domino's, because we have
all the toilet paper.
Yes. So we basically get run out of food simply because we're getting our ass handed to us because people are trying to buy enough food to be prepared for the hurricane. The hurricane comes, everyone loses power. Suddenly, all that food that they bought is going bad because they can't. The fridge is not working. It's bad. Of course, Domino's does not have power, which means all of our food is going bad because it's no longer being able to get cold. So now,
how is it that Domino's doesn't have a generator, like a backup generator, in place for this? Like, even Walmart has a backup generator for their refrigerated shit.
Generators cost money, my friend. That would cut into profit.
Oh, you don't think that spoiling their food would cut into profit too?
I don't think you seem to understand, my friend. Domino's may be the fucking cheapest fucking company I have ever had the disdain of working for.
I've come to realize that is similar in effect to Hannaford working for them. They genuinely will skimp out on anything they can. Like, we need to write on paper to make lists of what we need for the day, which we have to do it multiple times a day because the things that we need change. And particularly talking about pre-slice, we have to buy our own paper. Otherwise, we have to use stuff that we find around. Like, we have like this wax parchment paper for the deli meat and cheeses. Sometimes we use that, and we get bitched at not to do that because they're expensive. So how about you give us some actual paper to write on? No. Simply not.
Let me tell you what Domino's is rolling out in the first quarter of 2021. We were expected to have this by like January, February of 2021. So you've ordered Domino's, right? Yes, I know that. So on the boxes, right on the boxes, there are these labels. Yes, that show exactly what is in the box. Shows you, what size it is, if it's hand tossed thin, pan, whatever, and exactly the toppings on it. You know those? I'm sure you probably don't look at it as much.
I have not noticed, but I believe you.
Okay. It's probably
because... They're little black boxes.
Yes. So, when an order comes through, one of those labels prints out for every item on that order. For every order. So imagine we're very busy. We make, say, I don't know, 90 something or 9,000 something dollars in a day worth of orders and items, meaning there's a tag for every fucking item.
Mm.
So that's how we do it. We take those labels, we post it on a box, put it in the area, the oven area, so that they can see what what item needs to go in what box, and it works. It's a system that has been in place.
It just works.
It makes sense, you know. That way we know what goes with what order, so everything's it all makes sense. It's been what we've been doing for at least the entire almost 4 years that I've worked for the company. Presumably, the entire time Domino's has been a fucking company that exists. So they decided, and keep in mind, it's all to save what's going to amount to fucking pennies. We are no longer going to have labels. I'm going to give you a second to let that sink in to how many fucking issues that's going to create. So
why is it that you can't memorize exactly what's on each order throughout the entire day?
And which items go together, and how we will know whether that's everything in an order, and whether or not we'll know if there's anything else that goes with that order. So
it sounds to me like you're just being incompetent. What
we're going to have to do now is, when we make something, we are going to have to make it in order. And it's whatever we tap off the screen, an item we make and put in the oven, like, it's going to have to be... And not all of the ovens go the same speed. So even if we make something first, say put it on a top oven, which is slower, like 30 seconds slower, we finish that first. Okay, now we're going to make another thing. We'll put that in the bottom oven. That thing on the bottom oven is going to come out first, just because that bottom oven is faster. But I'm not going to know which box to put it in, because there's not going to be labels on the boxes. And even if I do box that, okay, I'm going to put it over here under the heat rack. Okay, here's something else coming out. Okay, does this go with this? I don't know. It's not labeled. Is it 2 separate orders? I don't fucking know. Say there's a third item. Is that another thing with this item? Is that at the beginning of a new order? I don't know. And
so
we pre-fold boxes.
Yep.
We pre-fold boxes so that we can
Most pizzerias do.
Yes, that makes sense, right? Oh no. What's also going to begin is we're going to be taking the unfolded boxes, putting the pizza into the box, unfolded box, then folding the box around the pizza. This is what Domino's is going to be doing in 2 fucking months. Just so we save on labels. Which, again, to them, is the equivalent of pennies. So, So not only is Drivosity going to cause you, the customer, to get your stuff later than it normally would have been, because the drivers are going to be self-conscious to make sure they don't lose their fucking jobs. There's also going to be... You are much more likely to get the incorrect or incomplete order, because we, as employees, will not fucking know what food goes to what person and to what address, because of what I just said.
Why not? It sounds like you're not very good at your job. Speaking of not being very good at your job, but are you finished, by the way, or can I segue?
I mean, other than the fact that, so run out of food because people were preparing for a storm, no power, people lost that food, now they're buying more food, and we don't have, and it's Halloween altogether. So, yes, very busy. It's been a fucking, busy. Go ahead, you can,
So, I told you about Hannaford to go, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can imagine what it is.
Yeah.
It's Hannaford to go.
Yeah.
So you order stuff in advance from either online or via the app, and you can prepay or you can pay when you get there. They recommend prepay though, because you can literally sit in the Hannaford to go parking spaces. They'll go to your vehicle and you open your trunk and they'll just plop it right in your trunk for you, close it, and you're good to go. You just drive right off.
Wow.
Well, in the deli, if you want to order something, so I'll backtrack a little bit. Remember when I came down to Mississippi to come visit you,
Mm.
and you were just talking about how you have or have for now labels for your Din Din creation, right?
Yeah.
Well, when a customer orders something, a label comes out, right, and you have that label. Well, similarly, when someone orders something through Hannaford to go, we also have a paper that is printed off um, that tells us what we need to. So
He has gifted us
I've
with his presence.
completely lost my train of thought now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
When we get an order, a paper gets printed off, and that tells us how much of whatever we need to cut needs to get cut. So our department is in the right hand part of the store, and we don't get a printer for those papers that tell us what we need to cut for a order. Instead, they get brought to a manager's office where they print it off, and they have to bring it over to the deli and leave it on the wall for us to look at and then cut the stuff for the order. On several occasions already, and it's been less than a month now that it's been a thing in our store. On several occasions already, just the days that I've been there, and again, I'm a part-time employee there. On several occasions, they have forgotten to bring us the paper for the orders until they're due. So I have to do what I would normally have at least an hour in advance to do in between my pre-slice and helping customers. I have to do right then and there because the customer who thought it would be ready when they got there is waiting outside for it, and it's not even done.
How dare it not be done yet?
Yeah. So similarly, if we just had a printer, in our department, so when a to-go order happens and the deli is involved and we need to do something for that order, you would think that we would have that printer right there so that when it gets printed, we hear it printing, we grab the paper, we do it. You would think that, but instead they have specific people that will walk the paper to your department at random points in the day and bring them to you. Sometimes like a half hour before what you are supposed to get is due, which that can be a very small amount of time with how much we're doing at once. Not great. So, at least to some extent, I can sympathize with what you're going to have no labels, because we also will have labels late or no labels at all and be like, so where's that order? Well, we didn't get any paper, so what fucking order are you talking about, guy? Another one of my favorites is that the to go people know that they can go into the department and grab whatever is cut for a to go order and just grab it themselves, but they'll instead go to the counter and then be like, hey, I need that order, this number order, I need that, go grab it for me, which they know damn well they're supposed to go get it themselves when I'm very clearly busy.
Yeah,
Great.
but do it anyway.
Do it again. So yeah, work is great. Love it.
Yeah.
You
So
good if I segue?
oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Excellent. So you know how the Xbox One, or sorry, the Xbox Series X, not One X. The naming is not confusing at all. In fact, people who pre-ordered the Xbox One X about 2 years after it came out, I'm sure did it very intentionally. And when the Xbox Series X pre-orders went live, when all those people who bought the Xbox One X instead of the Xbox Series X, I'm sure that was very intentional, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
To
So
confuse all the parents that don't know better.
yeah, because they had to sell those old consoles.
Yeah.
Very intentional, I'm sure. You know, grandma's not going to know the difference between an Xbox One X and an Xbox Series X, but if they don't sell them, they're just going to sit there. So they have to sell them somehow. So sell them to the old folks. Anyways, so you know how that absolute unit of a console, that obelisk in Xbox's Microsoft Flight Simulator, and you know how they turned it into like a giant obelisk? Have you seen that by any chance?
Giant obelisk? What? No.
Yeah, they put a giant Xbox Series X obelisk in a Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's like a mile tall or some shit. So the Xbox Series X has been memed into refrigeration, not obliteration, but refrigeration. To put it simply, people have on numerous occasions called it a fridge. And the Xbox team has not shied away from it by any means. And in fact, they've memed the console themselves on Twitter.
Yes, they have.
So much to the fact that they have actually gone Team Green has stepped up even further. They made an Xbox Series X fridge.
They sure did.
With a power button that has an actual light, like the console. Now, this has been a thing for roughly, I don't know how long it's been, maybe 10 days or so since they showed the Xbox Series X console fridge.
Yeah, probably
Well,
about a week.
they gave one to Snoop Dogg for his birthday.
For some reason.
Because he needs one.
Yeah.
And now you yourself can get one. You can't buy it, but you can win one, which is just free advertisement for them. But yeah, you can get yourself a console fridge thing. But no, in fact, for the first time ever, this console, this next gen console fridge, does not play Skyrim. Truly a travesty.
Then it's a trash console fridge.
Yeah, absolutely. It just throw it away. Not even worth playing.
Oh.
You know, my Tesla can play Skyrim. All right. If my car can play Skyrim, why can't my fridge? I mean, there are Samsung fridges that can play Skyrim, so why the hell can't the Xbox fridge play Skyrim?
Who the fuck do you think you are trying to convince anyone you have a fucking Tesla? Working part-time for shitty-ass Hannaford, living in bumfuck nowhere, New Hampshire.
I'll have you know. Nyeh.
No, I have you one better. Janko does not approve. Look at his face, though. Just look at it. I just want to spank or strangle him.
He just looks like he has dementia.
He probably did. He probably had a lot of things.
Including fleas.
Before I had to inherit his soul.
So, back onto subjects that are also sad. NVIDIA.
Oh God!
So that 30 series launch, right? Right, everybody. Such a good launch. we know how the 30 series hasn't been exactly available since it launched. We also know how they perhaps burned some people this year who may have bought a 2080 Ti. And furthermore, they may have also literally burned some people who may have bought a RTX 3090 and had it combust in people's computers
Oh.
for $1,500.
Oh.
But that's not the end of it. This is not just a sad story. This very well might be a redemption story, not for Nvidia, because they are beyond redemption. They are what Hillary Rodham Dyke Clinton would say, deplorable.
Indeed.
However, a new fighter has emerged in Super Smash Brothers,
Oh no.
and that new fighter is AMD.
Oh, what did they do?
I don't remember if I already mentioned it, but do you know how much a RTX 3090 costs?
Like $699.99 or something like that. It's like $600 or $700.
$1,500.
What? I thought it was like
15
half the price of the 2080.
You're thinking of the 3080.
Oh, okay.
The 3090, which is essentially the Titan card of the 30 series, is $1,500.
Okay.
Now, AMD recently had their little footnote about the new Big Navi, right? The 6800 XT, right? I forgot how much. I think it's like $50 less than a 3080. Actually trades blows with the 3080, and in several cases actually has much higher performance than a 3080 does, even utilizing ray tracing. AMD is caught up. Now, that is to say that it's not using what AMD calls, because of course it's AMD, they have to have some gimmick name, rage mode. Because gamers love rage. Rage.
Epic Gable mode.
Yeah. So that is not using what AMD has dubbed the rage mode, which is essentially, you know how like back way before you and I both got into PC gaming, how it was recommended that you pair a graphics card and a CPU from the same company.
Yeah.
Or at least similar-ish companies. Well, that's coming back, baby. That's coming back in a big way. So, if you pair a 6800 XT with a Ryzen chip, assumably the 5000 series, but I don't know for sure. I mean, they weren't quite clear on that, to be honest with you. But if you pair up an AMD new, Big Navi graphics card with an AMD Ryzen CPU, you can use what they have dubbed rage mode, where basically the GPU, the Big Navi graphics card from AMD, will use resources from the Ryzen CPU to buff its numbers. Basically, it will steal some resources that's not being used from the CPU, and like, I'm not sure if I'm using the right terminology, but like synthetically use that memory cache for itself, basically, since they are both archetyped by the same person.
So now, essentially it's effectively using all unused data in order to perform better.
Yeah, you know how, like, I mean, they've already done something similar. You know how Ryzen has better used RAM to boost its efficiency. Like, that was like how they keep up with Intel, is they utilize RAM, which normally isn't used as much, to help boost its numbers. Well, on top of that, the graphics card will do the same thing with the CPU.
Hmm.
So better like efficiency, I guess, between the whole computer. Now, the 6800 XT competes with the 3080. Now, AMD also, at the end of the footnote, showed that there is a 6900 XT that is coming out, which will compete with the RTX 3090 for 66% of the price.
Damn.
So for $1,000, you will have AMD's answer to an RTX 3090, which they did say, right? Of course, I mean, NVIDIA is still top dog. You know, they have to be for the majority of the cases. The 3090, at least according to AMD, it trades blows with their 6900 XT utilizing rage mode, which means that if you want your 6900 XT to perform at least similarly to the 3090, you're going to want to grab yourself a Ryzen CPU to get paired with it. So you could say that that's kind of disappointing. But if you used that other $500 that you're saving on the 6900 XT instead of a 3090, you've, for the same price as a 3090, got yourself a graphics card and a CPU.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's a pretty compelling offer if I'm being honest.
Mm.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not a bad thing for uh, NVIDIA to actually have proper competition from AMD, because that's gonna mean it's gonna push them to actually improve upon their shit more so than already, and perhaps even make their prices more accessible. Um, because as of late, they've had the ability to not change all that much, but buff up the prices of their cards simply because they could, because they had a new monopoly. Um, because that's what businesses do. So the fact that AMD is giving an option that, yes, basically for the price of their card, you could get our card and CPU and basically have the same performance. I think that would be that's a great angle to go at it. And if they can actually back that up, then all the more for them.
Right. Of course, they do have to come out. We'll have to see if they're
Yeah.
bluffing or not.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty good proposition.
Now, for someone who already bought their CPU and GPU, not pointing any fingers or mentioning any names, I will, however, do another visual gag to prove the point that I'm saying. Anyone who may have done such a thing as that, it's not doesn't really apply to them because they don't have the money to spend on anything anyway.
Wait. Trump is about to pass a new bill that will give the U.S. more stimulus money.
Which I will not be spending on more computer parts.
So was you.
No, it was the jungle. The jungle did it. It was him. It was his will.
Stupid jungle.
Stupid jungle. I miss him.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I did some more streaming this week. I actually finished A Hat in Time.
Oh, you did.
Yep. I did.
Did you meet Jan Tran?
Yes. I met him in like the fourth stream. Yeah. He's very early on.
That's
but,
disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, he's just a guess. Like he's not even John.
He should have been the main character's something.
Yes.
He should have been a main character.
Yes, he should have been. But yeah, I haven't done the DLC. I will probably go back and do that. I do plan
Oh,
on
there's
doing it.
DLC.
Yes. Um, I just wanted to try and change it up a bit. But I did finish it. Um, and as a self plug, keep an eye out on my YouTube channel uh, this week. Uh, Stuff may be on there that I have been working on and actually need to finish up it after this stream. Um,
Wow.
yes. Um, but other than that, due to Domino's being as busy and fucking me in the ass as it does, I did not start my Halloween stream until after Halloween was over uh, this morning. So I did a very short stream of Layers of Fear 2. It was like, I think, was it?
How many layers were there?
There was a lot of mannequins.
So
And-
what you're saying is that you played Resident Evil 7.
Maybe. I don't know. There was a vase that fell like 3 times.
Wow. So
Yeah.
so you're playing Amnesia.
I almost did. That was the plan. I was apparently going to end up playing the worst one that was ever made, A Machine for Pigs, but I didn't get to. I didn't play it because I didn't have the time. Because I also wanted to start the streaming the next game I'll be streaming in place of A Hat in Time, Sekiro, and as I named it, Jankle dies twice, at least. So I will be streaming that whenever I can.
I want to see you play through the Resident Evil games.
Why?
Suffering.
Suffering, yes. You might like my short stream that I did last night. Yeah.
Short stream, huh?
I think it was only about an hour. It could have been, I don't remember. It was an hour at most before I switched it over to Sekiro. I honestly don't remember.
The only one that comes to mind is Layers of Fear.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I
okay.
played it for
You
54
were just-
minutes.
You're talking awfully vague for someone who was just talking about the thing you were just talking about.
I was not intentionally intending to do that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, yeah. So, Hat in Time was a good game, very good game. I enjoyed it. I'm hoping that when I upload on YouTube, it will be enjoyable to watch as well. I will warn everyone, though, that one of my streams, the second to last one that I did, which was my longest stream that I have streamed so far, a 4-hour stream, I fucked up the audio immensely. I am not, I was gonna say legible, but that's not applicable.
Audible?
Audible, thank you. Throughout the entire thing. So I don't know how I'm going to magic that up post process. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I will think of something for when I actually get that far in my editing. But I do apologize for that. That was a major fuck up that I should have caught on quicker than 4 hours.
At least you realized your fuck up before you showed Halo Infinite during 2020. At least you didn't spend 3 years working on that project to find out that it sucks.
Yeah.
Because you suck.
Yeah.
I had to put that in there. I absolutely did. To quote Running on Empty, food review.
You good? You struggling?
My disappointment is immeasurable. And my day is ruined.
Oh yeah.
I had to put the extra heartfelt into it.
Yeah.
So, because recently I was watching I suppose I don't mind plugging them in here because they have a pretty good YouTube channel. Sean W. He covers Halo stuff. I've been watching him a bit recently. He got to the subject of spending money on microtransactions in Halo 5. So he didn't specify how much money he has spent on microtransactions on Halo 5, but he sure does love his MTXs. To which I commented on the video that I also am a retard.
And scene.
Little thing from Alex Jones. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I'm kind of retarded. So I also spent like $100 on XP boosts for Halo 5 just so that I could stop playing Halo 5 because I wanted the max rank reward for Halo Infinite. I absolutely did that. I absolutely did it, and I want to die because if Halo Infinite turns out the way that it's going to turn out,
it was all for naught.
But think about this, right? You may not know this, but during Fortnite, when it was still the most popular game for God knows what reason,
because it was free.
Yeah. So when it was still really popular, there was a promotion you might recall where if you had bought a Galaxy S10, you would get yourself a Galaxy skin for your character in Fortnite, which made you a walking galaxy. Right? So you had the shape of a human, but you were a galaxy with moving stars and cosmos and shit, right?
So you're telling me that if I were to start playing Fortnite right now, I could become a galaxy?
No, because the promotion is over. However,
okay, good.
People paid, I shit you not, $1,000 and going for that skin. Which you got from buying yourself a phone as a promotion for the game. For a free-to-play game, people paid $1,000. Now, here's where I make my comeback. I sell my Xbox account or the code for that max rank reward in Halo 5. I sell that for $1,000. Art of the deal. People are gonna do it. People are gonna do it. People are gonna do it.
He died for our sins, and this is how we would pay him.
John Halo Man.
Oh no, I'm not talking about John Halo.
John Halo Man is Jesus Christ himself.
Yes, but we died for his sins, and it was.
Well, he is. We are the monument to all of his sins.
We died.
Nice little Halo reference there.
Yes.
So,
but I'm referring to John Cahil. He died for our sins, and this is how we would pay him.
So, either way, Halo Infinite ends up being good. I use my max rank reward because again, right? Do you remember? Do you recall even how long it takes to get max rank in Halo Reach before 343 took over? Like when Bungie had it.
I never managed to reach it. So about that long.
So in the first year of year and a half actually of Halo Reach, again in Bungie's control, it took players a year and a half to get max rank, right? The majority of them anyways.
Yeah.
3,000 people by a year and a half had gotten max rank. A year and a half to get max rank.
Okay.
3,000 people, and I was one of them.
Yes.
I was in the first 3,000 along with Xavier, if you remember him.
Yeah.
Currently, Halo 5 is 5 years old. It just hit its fifth.
Fuck.
It hit its fifth birthday.
Really?
And less than 2,000 people have max rank in Halo 5.
Nobody wants to fucking play that shit.
Which means that if there is a code for that max rank, like reward that we get in Halo Infinite, because again, they did say that if you get max rank in Halo 5, you will get something exclusive that no one else will get in Halo Infinite.
That's gonna be a
If that
sought out item.
Yeah. If it is a code, I'm selling that code for $1,000. I'm gonna make an art of the deal. I'm gonna make so much money. It will be fucking great. If Halo Infinite sucks. If it's good, I'll keep it. I'll keep it. Fuck it. But if it sucks, but people still play it, like Fortnite, where it sucks, but people still play it, goes free. Because again, Halo Infinite's multiplayer is going to be free to play. I will sell it and make enough money to build my next computer that I will build myself.
Yeah. I would
instead of paying someone else to do it.
Yeah.
So that is the plan. That will be my exodus from 343's ball clutches. Because I'll be honest, they got me by the balls right now.
You got me by the balls, man.
They got me by the balls, and with all this drought of Halo information, they got me by the blue balls. Now I'm saying it's bad. It's real bad.
Ooh.
But there's gonna be a sweet release.
One way or another, whether they're willing.
Hey, we just entered No Nut November. There will be a sweet release.
Fuck. That is a thing, isn't it?
See, you like how I'm pairing all this stuff together? It's great. So, there will be a sweet release, and I will be leaving Halo at some point. If this game sucks, which again, it's going to. I know it's going to. Everything about it screams suck to me. Right? To quote Among Us, it's sus. Right?
Yeah.
Red guy is sus. Well, if it is indeed as awful as I believe it to be, at least I made $900 profit.
Yeah. Maybe.
If I can't sell a code, if there isn't a code and it's like on my account already, I'll sell the fucking account. I'll at least make $700 from that.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, not great. But I gotta look at the positives. Like, eventually, I'm going to leave this world and go to Mars because Elon Musk.
Fucking Christ.
Because Elon Musk says that he's going to build the first Mars colony, and they will not abide by any Earth law. They will be their own thing. So even if the company that built the colony is in America, the colony is not on Earth. Therefore, they don't have Earth rules. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, United Nations, not United Planets, bitch.
Exactly. So, you like that segue from a suicide joke to go into Mars? Fucking beautiful. I'm on a roll today.
Yeah. Jesus fuck.
So, that wasn't a suicide joke. I take it very seriously, okay? I promise, guys. I would never. I would never, ever, ever. Speaking of never, ever, ever, any chance you can play that video I shared with you? I would love for everyone to see that.
Possibly.
It's so good. It's so good.
I'm just wondering if it's gonna create issues. Well,
It shouldn't.
Wait, is it an official campaign thing?
Yep.
That might cause me that might flag me for something.
I doubt it, especially considering like all like major like Twitch streamers will play videos on YouTube on their Twitch.
True. Okay.
I really don't it'll cause any issues. And on top of that, I mean, it's a free advertisement. If anything, Trump will give you a free copy signed of Art of the Deal.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Let me just open link because I don't think I'll...
So to give you some backstory while he's working on the back end here, what I'm referring to is, of course, Trump's political ad from Halloween night when he was in Pennsylvania, which was beautiful, by the way. It was so good. If you're not watching his rallies, there's something wrong with you, and most likely it's blue. So,
and this is not a political.
it is not a political. It is not a political stream.
Yeah. I try to stay ambiguous with my.
He tries to stay ambiguous.
Yes,
He alone.
We come for the gaming. So escape the politics. That's why I'm taking the time to try to get this to work.
You say that, but you have all these developers repeatedly bringing politics into games who have said themselves that politics deserve to be in games because Orange Man bad, and everyone needs to hear about it. So if it's okay for them, the developers, if they okay politics being brought into gaming, then it's okay. I mean, they are the ones who make it after all, right? Just saying.
I'm
So
gonna
what
need
I'm
you to
referring to-
send me an actual link to that.
An actual link.
Yes, because I'm doing copy
Okay.
link and it's just opening a dead web
So,
page.
did you not save the file to your computer?
I could do that, but I don't want to do that.
Okay. I don't know why that's an issue, but
Disk space, man. Disk space.
I don't know where it will play for you, but it's in the last like fifth of the video.
Fucking Christ. Okay.
And what I sent you was my personal trimmed version of it. I mean, I tried to make it easy on you, but you won't work with me.
Oh, you personally trimmed it?
Yes.
That's why there was no existing link.
I don't understand what the issue was, but yeah. So basically, it's a trick or treating little special for America to watch. Beautiful, by the way. The people standing there loved it. They thought it was hilarious because it was hilarious. Anything else you'd like to talk about while you're getting that going?
I think I almost have it.
Mm. Speaking of Halloween, the Halloween event for Halo and Destiny are almost over. You have, I believe, Halo ends in like 3 or 4 days, and Destiny's ends on the 10th. So whatever exclusive rewards you wanted to get for Master Chief Collection and Destiny 2, make sure you all hop on that and get them taken care of ASAP.
Hold on. It has to be behind Jankle.
Mm-hmm.
We can cover your face, but not Jankle.
Mm-hmm. Which Jankle?
Yes.
There's 3.
Oh, yes. Hold on. How can I do this then? Yeah, we're just gonna... Here we go. Alright.
So good.
Trick or treat! What do we have here?
Spooky.
Make sure you don't ear rip everybody.
Creepy.
What was that?
Creepy Uncle Joe.
Oh, it's funny. It's Joe.
Come on, man. Candy's for the kids.
Maybe he forgot.
Wait a minute. You look familiar. Who are you?
Are we gonna let her get away with this?
She took everything.
She's gonna take away our fracking.
So, absolutely brilliant video. I loved it. Also, I love the overlay you have on your stream. It's very professional.
Yes, thank you.
Very good, very good. So, for the stream, what did you think of that video?
That I
Ambiguous thoughts.
yes, that I will avoid politics
Mhm.
as much as possible.
Not like you've talked about politics in previous streams or anything like that, but that's fine. That's fine.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween! Don't get tricked, everybody. So, next subject.
Yeah. Let me just open up my my list here of topics.
Your very long list of topics that you want to talk about.
Let's see here. Podcast 7, Animaniacs, Trivosity, Neon Genesis Evangelion. Does that tell you what I have to talk about?
So that was from your last stream.
Yes. Yes, it was.
I see.
Yes.
So as usual,
yes.
the Jangle is very very prepared for the stream with lots of topics to talk about.
I have a busy life, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Contrary to popular belief.
Mhm.
There's a lot of shit I have to deal with.
Mhm.
And juggle.
Okay, Cosmo. You don't know how bad I got it, guy. We still have to have you watch that at some point.
What?
Fucking.
Oh, the
what's that
crossover
called?
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isekai Quartet. That's it.
Yeah.
Because like, there's one scene in particular where that Overlord show that I showed you.
Yep. Which is now
The main.
doing a crossover event with AFK Arena, which is a mobile game that I know nothing about. But
Same.
Yes.
But Ainzel Gon, who is the main character of Overlord, he's like blatantly overpowered main character, and he did something that was like, I forgot what his move was, but basically it was like an immense attack that like should have made any normal person like shit their pants. And of course, appearances are deceiving. Subaru looks like an everyday guy, which I mean he was before, being isekai'd, but he had literally no reaction at all. Like it was like a gust of wind going by him, and Ainzel Gon like was thinking to himself like, what level of stress is this guy normally like accustomed to where this had no effect on him? And I'm like, what level of stress indeed.
This was Subaru?
Yeah, Subaru like completely like, straight face, like unaffected by this like huge attack that he was putting on someone else that like pushed like a whole bunch of very powerful winds past his face, and he's like,
well, I mean, when you have all 7, witches wanting that D, but also wanting you dead.
He's got a
or
harem.
something.
He's got a harem that all wants his soul.
Yes.
They want him to pledge his soul to them. But he already pledged his soul to a ground dragon. Number 3.
Number 3. Imagine being a twin, looking identical, other than color differences. You are a literal color swap of a person.
Except for your tits are bigger than theirs.
By such a minuscule amount.
No, like, go back and look at the difference. It is amazing how the older sister has smaller tits than her.
Okay.
Like, there's at least like a 2 or 3 cup size difference.
My point being, imagine being a twin and you're your twin being number 2 on his list, and you, did we even state a position that she was in? Like, is she even in top 5?
I don't even think she's on the list.
Yeah, I know. It's like, wait,
I mean, for places in his heart, I don't think she's on that list. If anything, she's like, if there's an opposite of that list, she's probably on it. I mean,
hell,
can,
fucking,
like-
what's his name? Die so that I may live. He's probably on the fucking list before she is.
Please die so that I may live.
I mean, hell, they've both killed him. They've all fucking killed him.
Well, no, he didn't.
No.
He tried, but he failed. And then got jankled himself for trying to jankle him.
And the dragon never killed him, so.
Mm. In fact, the dragon got jankled for him.
Yeah.
Which, that really speaks to something, because of course, like, most animals wouldn't do something like that. Like, they don't. I believe that most animals don't have that kind of mental capacity to
Yeah.
think, like, use yourself to save this
Yeah,
this
that's
person.
not.
But
Yeah.
but dragons are thought to be very intelligent creatures. I mean, I assume it's similar for ground dragons. I think that's what they were called, right?
Yeah,
Ground dragons.
I mean, also,
I'm
dragons
sure.
aren't fucking real creatures, so.
Right. But, neither is isekai, although I wish it was.
Fuck
Because,
yes.
like, send me to an Asari home planet, please. Anyway,
Jesus fuck.
that is why I need to go on Elon Musk's space trip. I need to be the first man to discover Asari.
They will kill you.
It's all a part of the process.
Oh, God.
I think I said this before on your stream. I was like, I will risk being one of the alien colonial marines at the chance of being the first guy who discovers Asaris.
Look, they may kill me, but as long as they use my body afterwards to pleasure themselves, it's a win. It's a win.
I might get snoo-snooed to death,
But I'd get
but it'd be worth it.
it.
But it'd be good. It'd be some good snoo-snoo.
Fucking shit. Ow! Titty. Fucking. I just realized something. No one can see
What?
me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get naked. Because I can.
I went 13 minutes in. I'm gonna go get naked. All right, it's time to end the stream, everybody.
I mean, why not, man? Why constrict myself to cloth uncomfortableness when I can just let it swing in the wind?
This stream is missing something, and it's not just ideas to talk about.
Yeah.
It's missing some Cappy.
It is.
Press F in the chat, everybody. Press F in the chat. Every single one of us that are watching it that are also making the stream itself. Press F in the chat.
I don't know. Oh, fuck. I think I just accidentally activated my auto clickle, which I forgot I had still. Oh no. Do I still have that? Oh fuck yeah, I do. Okay, stop that. Stop. No. Oh no. Oh no. Is it over? Don't ask why I have an auto clickle.
You play free to play games, don't you?
Yes.
That'd be the only reason I need to hear to justify you having an auto clicker.
I mean, have you played Cookie Clicker, man?
No.
Yeah, don't. You won't stop. I'm playing 2 instances of it right now.
Oh. Yeah, this reminded me of
What?
Internet Historian,
Oh yeah.
where he was doing an ad for Raid Shadow Legends, and he says, I used the money I got from Raid Shadow Legends to buy another phone so I can dual wield Raid.
Yeah.
2 instances of this piece of shit game.
Yes, which we will never sponsor. PM me if you want to sponsor. If you want to do a sponsorship too, I will take the money. I am in desperate need of money. Please, if you want to sponsor, I will reach out. Yes, hi. Yeah, but we would never fucking stoop to
Never.
such a level that we would fucking The Jangle at
Ever, ever, ever.
gmail.com. Please. Speaking of the Jangle at gmail.com, if you would like to send in mail that we could read and discuss on the podcast, send it to
Email. Before they try sending something like, that's not a P.O. box location.
one of
Yeah,
my
that'd be
cats just took a shit and my entire apartment smells. So send your email to thejangle at gmail.com. Yeah. It smells really bad. God damn it, Benny. What an asshole.
You know, it's really too bad, right?
Mm.
Because in theory, I feel this is like a straight topic I just thought of.
No, that's fine.
In theory, I feel like I should love Warframe because it has a lot of things I like in it, you know?
Mm.
It has player trading, you know, there's a multitude of bosses, a wide array. I mean, you can side with factions, there's territory control between players, there's taxation on parts of the galaxy map that you can do if you control the area. I mean, there's clan battles, there's clan like bases you can build.
Mm.
I mean, there's a lot of really cool shit in the game, but I just don't like the gameplay loop. Like the game itself is
Yeah.
not fun for me. I just
Yeah.
don't like it. I mean, even as far out as some of the, you know, the armors are for Warframe, like some of them can look kind of cool if you get the ornaments and shit. I mean, it's not awful. I just wish that another game would do like basically make Warframe, but their game. You know what I mean? Like, I have it in my head how I. In fact, I've been working on a video, talking about since Halo Infinite's going to flop, what they should do next.
Close?
Is like the topic of the video I was working on.
Close down?
Yes, but,
Cease to exist?
but you know, I'm thinking realistically because that will never happen. That would be like Trump ends racism. That would be like that. Like Trump like he fixes bad. You know, bad no happen no more. That's the level of idiocracy, unrealism that I'm expecting. That would never happen.
Yes.
Typically shutting down and Halo going to competent developers is not going to happen. So the next best thing is for them to work on something I would like.
Yeah.
So Halo comes to mind, of course.
Yeah.
Halo, like regular Halo gameplay. Hell, I would even take like even better. I would take a Mass Effect kind of game, like Mass Effect gameplay, but Warframe.
Interesting.
I would take that, like, in a heartbeat. In a fucking heartbeat. Again, if Bioware had done that instead of making Mass Effect Andromeda, imagine how much better off they'd be right now. They'd be doing pretty good for themselves. Just saying.
Imagine making a good game.
Not in 2020.
Kitty.
Not in 2020 and going into 2021. Never gonna happen again. Fake news.
Here's the stinky Benny. Did you take a poo-poo? Did you stink up my whole apartment? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bastard. Oh god, I can't even fucking breathe with this shit. Ugh. I can taste it.
You should stream me playing VR games. Like we should play the Forest VR and stream it
You know what else?
with like with like body cams and everything, so people can see you fucking freaking out.
Yeah, let me do that with the, you know, the cam I have using
Future
right now.
project. Future
Okay.
project.
But yes, we should. You know, else we should do that with. Although it's a little late now, but considering my, Halloween stream was late.
Mm.
How about Phasmophobia?
You keep recommending that to me. I'm just gonna have to give you a fat fucking no every time you bring it up.
And it's popular.
VR.
It's VR. It's popular right now. It's what all the kids are doing. You know.
You know, it's also popular. Valorant, but do you see us playing that? No.
Valorant.
Yeah.
It sounds vaguely familiar, but
Chinese CS:GO.
that doesn't.
Anyways, very popular game right now, and people like are going crazy about it. It's basically CS:GO with like heroes akin to like Overwatch. Yeah, very shitty game that I would never play, but it's very popular right now. So are you saying we should play that too?
No.
Because I won't. I don't care about the fucking views.
But I am on board with VR. That would be fun.
That would be fun. I still want to get that that pulley system set up in my room.
Mm.
I just
Good
have
luck
to
with
figure out how the fuck I'm gonna do it.
Yes, I would like to
I mean,
have a dedicated room to VR, but that way I wouldn't have to worry about hooking it up and unhooking it every time I want to use it. That, and also so I could barricade that room from cats that like to chew through wires.
if you did the pulley system, you wouldn't have to worry about that
Yes, I would.
because it'd be on your ceiling, like all of it. Like you can unplug the headset from the computer and just hook it on your headset. I doubt your cats could jump to the fucking ceiling.
Mm.
Impress me, but
I mean, they're all cats. They don't abide by
Yeah.
the laws of nature.
you mean bird law?
No cat law.
Similar to bird law, but slightly different.
Yeah.
Same, but also different.
Yes.
You get that reference?
Yes.
You uncultured bastard.
No. But yes. Yes, but
Mhm.
actually no.
Okay, there we go. There's one. So, there's a like $30 pulley kit that you can buy for VR headsets. You can attach it to your ceiling with like some staking material. You don't have to screw in anything or anything like that, and it's got like rubber rubber stoppers to stop any clanking that might happen as you're moving around.
Well,
So it's like really quiet.
How am I supposed to get sticky substance if it's no nut November?
So that would be the sticky substance. Normally you could provide it for yourself, but whereas it is no nut November, it provides the sticky substance for you.
Oh, okay. So it's pre-November nut that they
Mhm.
provide for you? I see.
Mhm.
Now, is it sterile?
Probably not.
Oh.
I imagine it's probably going to produce babies from your ceiling.
New game by Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yep.
jizz babies dripping from the ceiling. Could you not see that? Just that image
I actually
with
just pictured like
Hideo
a
Koji-
cutscene of it
Yes.
happening right in front of me.
with
Like,
the
as I
name
close my
directed
eyes,
by Hideo Kojima.
I just, Death Stranding 2, fucking jizz babies fucking coming from the fucking ceiling.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, Norman Reedus' reaction to
Yeah.
it, mom is in the room with her fucking ghost baby, and fucking, jizz babies are coming from the fucking ceiling because she's become like a fucking a brothel to all the fucking BTs, and I can just see it right now.
Fuck.
Speaking of Death Stranding, I really want to like the game. I really do. But like, I've had no motivation to play it.
Yeah, the fact that neither one of us have gone back to touch it, it weighs its own weight in words. Like I can't imagine it'd be so far to say that I enjoyed when I was playing it, but I don't have the, like you said, the motivation to turn it on again.
Mhm. I mean, of course, the thing I liked most about it was the concept of you placing stuff to get from point A to point B, while trying to like surpass natural like geography.
Mhm.
You know, like if you need to scale down this cliffside that would normally kill you if you fell off of it, you know you can put a little tether in the ground and use a rope to climb down. I mean that,
Yeah.
and you can leave that rope for other players to use. I
Mhm.
mean that's pretty cool. I mean, I wish that it wasn't like I wish that it wasn't like you could see you know when you see someone how someone's like left something for you, it kind of like glows green or whatever because it's
Yeah.
supposed to be like a hologram that was left for you. If it was just one that was left there, that'd be pretty cool. But like it's like he had too many ideas. Like also like the like system, like make sure you leave a like for this guy who left a bridge for you. Give him all the likes. Give him all the likes in like 5 seconds. Make it interactive. Like cute quick time events for fucking liking someone's fucking ladder they left for you. Like fucking stupid.
But you
But
level
again,
up based on your likes. Because
by the way,
having your stuff be liked improves you as a person.
I'm like an S ranked deliverer, by the way. Like my service record for like my FedEx employee card is like through the roof. Like I might even get poached by fucking Amazon at this point. Like that's how good I'm doing at delivering my packages.
The irony
was
is that
doing
I
when I
am
was playing.
literally a delivery boy.
Hmm.
Perhaps that's why I don't go back. Because I live
But
daily.
the story, I'm
It-
waiting to find out more. I mean, the concept itself does not bother me. I actually like the idea of the Death Stranding. It's an interesting concept. I think what really gets me, what really bothers me, is the characters in it and their lines.
What, you're not a fan of Die Hardman?
I could actually look past that later on. It was more so fragile. I may be fragile, but I'm not fragile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you played a Hideo Kojima game? Have you played a Metal Gear?
Even like any of the Metal Gear Solids besides 5 have been acceptable to me.
Have
for
you
their
played
lines.
4?
No, I didn't have a PS3.
Mm, mm.
So besides 4 and 5, because I
Look.
didn't play 4 because I didn't have a PS3, it wasn't worth the money to me.
I'm not
It still is not
saying
worth the money.
that 4 is a bad game. I'm just
The
saying
4-hour cutscenes.
it's not a great movie.
So yeah,
MGSC though, fantastic.
Mm-hmm. You know, I was talking to a friend about that recently. I was telling him he should really play that, and he says he refuses to play the game because he tried playing it once, and he kept getting lost in the jungle. I'm like, how the fuck do you get lost in the jungle like that? Man, if I'm playing on like a shitty CRT TV as like a fucking kid who like was supposed to wear glasses but wasn't, again, still supposed to be wearing glasses but I don't. If I, with my shitty vision on a shitty TV, can see where I need to go with no problem as a kid and figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to do, how the fuck can you not do it as an adult?
And the fact that it's an almost linear map.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not like you're actually traversing through a jungle like in fucking Crisis 1.
Yeah, there's defined paths that
Yeah,
you go through.
and that was his only reason for not playing it.
Jesus.
And I'm like, and he says, "Well, I liked Metal Gear Solid 2." I'm like, "Well, there's your fucking thing, dude. Metal Gear Solid 2. How the fuck do you get lost in straight corridors?" The entire fucking game is metal fucking shit where it's very clear. It's like as simple as it can be. You're in a hallway or an open space with a bridge. You go from here to here. That's it. That was Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah,
There is very little open spaces in Metal Gear Solid 2. I mean, there was a couple, but
like the
very
giant,
little.
like the giant turtle.
Mm.
Yeah, without context. Remember that giant turtle level? That level when you're on a giant turtle?
Absolutely.
That one level?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, absolutely for anyone who was who hasn't played Metal Gear Solid 3, first of all, punch yourself in the dick, and second of all, play the game.
Play all
Do
of
it
them,
right now.
for that matter.
Play all of them actually,
Yes.
yeah. But in particular, Metal Gear Solid 3 really resonates with me.
It,
That was like
it
such a good one.
really, it really hit all the notes that it needed to. Like,
Yeah, it really
the
did.
characters were unique and interesting. The setting, the fucking main theme, the fact that it was just straight up a James Bond, just straight up James Bond, which also reminds me, another F in chat for Sean Connery. He passed either this morning or last night. I'm not sure when it was.
Yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. F's in chat.
Yeah. Great shame.
I'll never forget his interview when there was a woman interviewing him. She's like, "Is it ever okay to hit a woman?" He's like, "Well, if she's getting a bit saucy."
But saucy. See, I can do a great Sean Connery impersonation because it's literally how I talk with my speech impairment.
Yeah. So you may not be like full-blooded Scottish, but your accent makes you full-blooded Scottish.
Yes. I'm
But yeah,
failing to
Sean
think of
Connery,
any
man.
quotes at the moment.
Great disappointment.
Yeah. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid. Get
Metal
that
Gear
shit.
Solid. So
Perhaps
you can
I'm
skip
not a
that-
good actor.
You can skip Death Stranding. Do not, and unless if it is on discount. Also, now that I think about it, I saw on Steam today. You should look this up as well. If you look at Death Stranding on Steam, it mentions something about a co-op mode.
Excuse me?
Yeah, like on like one of their screenshots, it had mentioned that there was like a co-op mode or something like that now. I'll have to see
Yeah,
where it
if
was, but
you
like
can
I
find
swear
that.
to God, like on like Steam itself, they had a thing that mentioned co-op.
Unless it was
Like, co-op
referring to
multiplayer.
its always online type.
Perhaps, but that'd be really like
Well, I mean,
I'm
it
not sure if
is
it's like-
30% off right now.
not high enough of a discount.
Uh, hmm. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on here that says anything about co-op.
Yeah, I'm not either. Now that I'm looking at it, but like I swear, like when I was passing by on the special, maybe if I do the exact same thing, if I pass by it on the special screen, it'll mention it. It'll have it on like on the title. Anyways, not to distract from the stream, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was an interesting thing that I had noticed that I wanted to bring up to you. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Speaking of what the fuck is this, are you gonna get Code Vein?
Is that the
Anime
Dark
Souls?
Souls? Yeah, Anime Souls.
$23?
I don't know. It really hasn't been on my radar at all.
Mm.
Apparently, like it has like a you have a partner, like instead of summoning someone for temporary, like you always have someone
Interesting.
kind of thing. Or I might be thinking of like you know how you could summon Soleo, but he
Mhm.
goes away after a while.
Yep.
Basically, you always have someone with you, which is interesting, I guess. But
Is that like something that put you off to make you not want to play it?
No, it's just something that it does differently than other Souls-likes.
Mm.
I don't
I
know.
love that's become a genre. Is Souls like?
Yeah.
At least on Steam. That's what people say. Is that it's Souls like?
Yeah, I mean, it gets across what it needs to. I mean, Dark
Mhm.
Souls has become such a
Cultural
defining,
phenomenon.
yeah, that, and obviously there have been so many games that have come out to directly be like inspired by that. That yeah, like much like the existence of roguelikes and roguelites, it is a Souls like. It is.
Mm-hmm.
It follows the same formula. So. And if you want to see me play a Souls-like, you can catch me playing Sekiro on twitch.tv/thejank. Did you like that segue plug, though? Did you,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like that?
I can do that too, you know.
Which one of you fucking nasty ass cats took a massive fucking shit in the middle of my stream? Because it still fucking smells. Fuck.
Speaking of smells, you should also live stream me playing Saints and Sinners,
That also sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you what it is.
the Walking Dead RPG VR game.
I don't think I care enough about Walking Dead.
Ignore the fact that it's Walking Dead. It's an actual good RPG with like zombies and shit. That's
Oh,
VR. Dalton was playing it and he loved it.
Not gonna point out the fact that as I was attempting to type in Saints, I spelled sanitizer. Because apparently I'm dyslexic.
Sanitizer. Fuck, man.
I mean... Fuck.
I'll have to fucking pull up a clip of him playing.
I mean, I just...
No, this will sell you on it, trust me. This will absolutely sell you on the game.
But will it give me money to buy the game?
No, but it will give you something. It will give you a reason to wishlist the game on Steam until you do have money.
Oh yeah, I'll add it to my 9 other games on wishlist.
Mm-hmm. I also have like almost double digits on my wishlist.
I feel like I'm gonna regret playing this.
Playing what?
The video you just sent me?
Oh.
My
Sorry.
kids, they're all cut up. The wounds need to heal. Can you spare any bandages? Even a single
And this is him playing it?
means so much.
Yeah.
Okay. So that will be going on my wish list.
the complete 180, everybody. The complete 180.
Jesus fuck. Let me just fucking break this medicine bottle in front of you on the trash can because when you need it for your dying child on the floor next to you, then stab you in the fucking head with said broken bottle, then steal your what looked to be Chinese takeout. All in VR.
All in VR. So again, ignore the fact that it's Walking Dead. You can ignore that it's attached to that entirely. Just that.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah.
I see the potential.
Yes.
The Jankle has been appeased.
Also, do you love his YouTube handle?
Oh, I didn't actually pay attention to that. Oh, yes. Yes.
The most oppressed minority, gamers.
Yes. I will even be willing to say, if you'd like to see what we're referencing, go ahead and check out The Oppressed Gamer on YouTube. I saved the day yet again.
That he did.
That he fucking did. Ah, Jesus.
So yeah, pretty compelling game. I've seen him, like, he's streamed it on Discord for me to watch several times, and like it is really good. Like, it's probably the day I get my VR headset set up, I'm probably gonna buy that, like, whether it's on sale or not. Like,
I think
It's
it's on sale
definitely
right
like-
now.
well, I don't have monies right now,
Neither do I.
and I also don't have my headset set up.
True.
But
True. But what if you did?
I really want to. I think that, like, when I end up buying that that play system is when I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I don't have to set it up and then take it apart just to reset it up. Like,
Every fucking
immediately
time.
afterwards.
Like it's like a fucking half-hour process to set that up. Set it up.
No, again, like, right, if this pulley system, it will hold up your headset and it will attach it to the ceiling. And when you're done with it, it will just retract back up to the ceiling and it will just stay there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll link it to you after the stream is over. Which, by the
Okay.
way,
We
hour and 42 minutes. We're not doing bad.
hour and 40 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. Although I don't know about you, but maybe we should start wrapping up.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Because yeah, I do still need to put some finishing touches on some things that will be going up this week. And we'll probably end up doing something. But yeah, any last things you want to talk about?
All right, kids. I may have screwed the pooch, as to say, or, you know, diddle the jackal. Perhaps.
Diddle the jackal.
Mhm.
How could you
The
diddle?
previous.
How could you diddle this face? Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
I may. So I
You-
may have done that and purchased $100 of XP boost because I wanted to finish getting the max rank in a game I don't even like playing. But don't be like me. Do as I say, not as I do, and do not support microtransactions.
Or you might get juggled. He's angry.
Yeah, I love that pictures. I can't tell if he's fucking angry and like vicious or if he's happy.
The two
That
are
was the
not.
thing with Shadow too. You could never tell with Shadow.
They were mutually.
You could never tell.
They were not mutually exclusive.
Yeah. He was either happy or he wanted to bite your fingers.
Or both. He was happy to bite your finger.
Shit.
I miss that fucking asshole.
I miss him lasering planet Earth with his eyes.
I mean, one.
Mhm.
You see, the sun is just the light from the lasers approaching Earth. It's happening. It's just due to light. It takes a while. It is the impending doom.
I agree.
Yes. Anyway,
Any closing statements for you?
Go vote or not, I don't give a shit. I don't know. That's tomorrow, I guess, or 2 days from now. I don't even fucking know. Who care? I don't care. You probably care. You should care, but I don't care. I don't. It means nothing
Well,
to me.
if I recall, didn't you say that you regretted not voting for Trump last election?
I don't think so.
I thought I remember you saying that.
I don't know. All I know is that I am not registered to vote, and I do not plan on being ever. I simply do not care enough.
Fair enough. Well, just remember that Biden wants to defund the police, and and your home state where you were born in Pennsylvania wants to get rid of fracking, which would get rid of jobs for 2 of my uncles, and put hundreds of thousands of other people, specifically in Pennsylvania, out of work. So, just remember that come November 3rd, everybody.
Yeah, but the Steelers, though, man. Football, yeah!
Yeah, I can't even blame them for that. That's like the only thing that you can be enthusiastic about in Pennsylvania at this point. With the crime rates as bad as it is in Pennsylvania, the poverty as fucking bad as it is in Pennsylvania, I cannot blame them for being so hyped about sports and just distracting themselves from the shit that is going on in their state.
Yeah, but that's the whole fucking country, man. That's the whole country that's just addicted to football, which is...
Football!
I mean, that's a whole nother fucking topic in itself. I
Mhm.
can't stand that fucking game. It is fucking... You know, it wouldn't be so bad if this goddamn country wouldn't fucking idolize it so goddamn much. Like, they do this with all sports, but football in particular is the worst example. Like, it is so fucking asinine.
Personally, I don't care to watch, muscular men in spandex tackle each other handling a bunch of balls in the field, but, to each their own.
Yeah. You know what's really exciting?
Watching paint dry in comparison to football.
Well, I mean, what else are you supposed to do between plays?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, they... Look. If you want to watch a game that has 20-minute quarters, probably. I don't know. So that's what, like 20 times 4, that's 80. That's 80 minutes, right? Yeah.
I like how you're struggling with that.
Yeah, sorry, it's been a long day, week even, but yeah, it's 80 minutes. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Watch 80 minutes turn into 6 hours because football.
Mm-hmm. I love football for one reason, and one reason only. The Super Bowl. Because my parents go all out and buy a whole bunch of Indian food and Chinese food, all this takeout that I don't have money for, but they do. That I could gorge on, grab full plates of, and go back in my room to play games instead of watching football. And that's why I love football.
America, fuck yeah.
I would never given a fuck about sports.
Yeah.
I mean, even when we were in track together, I was always half-assing it. I never gave a shit. Remember that? Remember track?
No. Remember cross country?
If you recall, we were in track with our school's valedictorian.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine giving a fuck enough to become valedictorian.
I mean, you get college paid for. I mean, college is not worth paying for, but if you can get it for free.
Imagine going to college.
For free.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what else you could do? Look
Jerk
shit.
off, which is also free.
Look shit
It's
up.
the paper that matters, not the knowledge.
You know, that's all too true. I was gonna say look shit up online for free, and then you said masturbate, and those basically are the same thing, depending on context. Not what I was going for,
Where's the sauce?
but you're not wrong.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Ooh, lamb sauce. That's like a cult orgy.
Mhm.
Because sacrificial lamb and
I like how almost 10 minutes ago we were trying to close up the stream and now we're just shit posting verbally.
yes.
Fucking beautiful.
The fucking picture of Jankel has been on this stream for over an hour. I have been zooming in and out on his face periodically. It's all a shit post.
Yes. I've been watching you do that every now and then, yes.
I mean, look at him. He's so stupid. He's such a stupid little Jankel. And he will end all of us.
He will. Yeah. At some point, we actually have to like make that book and sell it, and I bet you people will buy it.
But we have to gain a following for it.
Do you remember that guy on I think it was on Amazon. The book was called "How I Made $100,000 Selling Books," and it was one book was $100,000, and he sold it.
I mean,
If someone will buy that, they'll buy out a written anthology of Janko Lord.
yes.
I mean, don't forget, right? When Filthy Frank had his exodus from YouTube, right? When he quit being Filthy Frank and started his music career using his actual name, Joji, when he did that, he had written a lore book about Filthy
Yes.
Frank
Yes, he did.
and the universe of Filthy Frank, and that sold a shit ton, and he made a lot of money doing that to buy himself music equipment. So I'm just saying, we could also do that.
Yes, but at the same time, he had people watch his stuff.
There's no one to buy it right now, but there's no reason why we couldn't start building on it.
This is true.
Okay, I think we should end the stream. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for
Hope
watching.
hope we had a good time watching.
We will catch y'all next week. I will be here, hopefully, at some point, streaming more Sekiro. But you won't catch...
Janko dies twice,
Yes.
at least.
But yeah, we will be back with the podcast next week. But for now, y'all have a good night, and don't touch yourself sexually for the entire month,
Starting now.
unless you do it to this, because he will be watching. Always.
He always was.
He always has been.